I've loved it. I was expecting to go and see it in Grantham, but I got invited to come here today, and it was a lot better despite being a bit wet.
I think it's fantastic that the Olympic values are a lot of the values that we share in Scouting and all throughout the organisation in Cubs and Beavers as well.
We've got something like 13 villages represented here today, and that was fantastic for the Grantham district.
I think the Olympic torch has been a really important aspect of the build-up for us, and to associate the National Trust with such an iconic event as the torch relay, as the flame relay, is something which Belton's going to remember for a long time to come.
The Jubilee, the royal wedding, lots of people coming here. We couldn't quite believe it when they found out the torch was coming as well.
Part of the Trust strategy, of course, is to be involved in the community. It's important to us that we're part of whatever the community is doing. So, because it's so important to coming into Grantham, it matters to the National Trust that it comes to Belton as well. And you know, there's a long tradition of Belton being associated with big events, jubilees, coronations. People from Grantham come into Belton Park, and that's what we've seen today. They've come here to celebrate.
Get set, go.
Cheer them on, let's cheer them on, come on!
It has been absolutely fantastic. We had a few tricky moments when the weather turned on us a little bit, but everyone seemed so enthused to actually remain at the side of the streets because they wanted that glimpse of the torch, because it is that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, that everyone stayed out, and fortunately the weather picked up and the sun was shining as it came through.
It's absolutely amazing, it really, really is. I'm very impressed, especially given the weather and how everyone's still stuck through the weather and come out and had a good time.
It's brilliant. I think the atmosphere everywhere has been terrific, and we ought to do more like it, really.
I think it brings the people together, and it also informs people of what's happening in the town and what's being planned for them and organised for them.
It's been quite exciting because the torch is kind of like a once in a lifetime thing.
There were one or two tricky moments and we had some concerns at one or two little times, but fortunately it wasn't quite as bad as perhaps we'd first thought, and therefore everything was able to go ahead. And you know, there was a real fear that actually they'd have to change the route at the very, very last minute, because that always was a possibility, but nevertheless everything turned out absolutely fine in the end.
It's been a brilliant day for everybody, and I'm sure the weather didn't put a dampener on it for anybody either, you know. And I mean, there was younger people and older people, all generations together, looking forward to the Olympics now, you know.
The weather was a bit iffy to begin with, but people still came out and had a smile on the face.
There could have been some swimmers because there was a lot of rain.
We was asked by the council to follow the torch parade to show off the club to the town, really.
I don't think there was many people that lived here. I thought it was a bit of a quiet town, but obviously not.
It's nice to see Grantham with a bit of Olympic spirit.
And the great thing about the torch relay is everybody can get involved for free.
And it's things like this that inspire the kids to actually join clubs and have a go. And then they find they've got a talent for it. That's what these guys have got.
It's lovely when you come out and see people enjoying themselves, really good.
And I think the council's done an incredible job, and everybody's been lovely and had a very happy day.
I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Even the storm, everyone has just got together, everyone's been really friendly, and it's just been an absolutely brilliant day. Even my little ones enjoyed it today, even though it's just a little bit wet.
It's here where I stood, somewhere down the high street. There were some entertainers before the torch actually came along, and everyone was joining in and cheering and shouting and waving flags and that kind of thing. And then when the vehicles started to come through, of course everyone thought the torch had actually arrived, when actually it's a few minutes after that. And so everyone started cheering as all the vehicles went by, waving, and yes, everyone seemed to be having a really thoroughly good time.
I think certainly we should find more excuses to do it.
Come on, GA! Let's do it!
The support was fantastic. I think we had over 85,000 people across the district, and that was just overwhelming. It was amazing. Staff were up at 4 in the morning, miles and miles of barrier to put out, lots of events, but I think it really paid off and everybody really seemed to enjoy it. I thought our team were absolutely fabulous. Nothing was too much trouble. It was planned to a fine art. Everybody got together. I think the whole thing was a brilliant team effort, and everyone just got stuck in and got the job done, and I think we'll all remember it for a very long time. The rain was absolutely incredible. It was perhaps unprecedented in terms of how much rain we had an hour before the torch. Thunder, lightning, but everyone stood firm. We were determined to welcome the torch in, typical fashion. And although everyone was soaked to the skin, it didn't stop everyone, getting on with what they had to do. And the public were out in force. And incredibly, just 15 minutes before the torch arrived, the sun came out and there was an enormous cheer and everybody just had a fantastic time. The rain carried on, but so did we, and I think we got the better of it in the end. Each town, I must say, really looked its best. There were all the feather flags as we welcomed the torch into town. It came down and we had miles and miles of barriers. We had all our stewards keeping everybody safe. We thought about the kiss point and the touch point. We thought about afterwards and how we safely saw the torch away and how we collected all the barriers. I think it's all down to fantastic planning and everybody willing to just lend a hand and get stuck in. There were over 150 people involved, which I hope people watching the torch really enjoyed it, but weren't quite so aware of all the behind-the-scenes stuff that had to go on. But all in all, I think it was just a real fabulous team effort. I'm dying to see this quintessential English scene that they're going to put forward, and I don't think they'll need to manufacture the rain clouds because I think they'll be there anyway. And also it's about that team spirit again, that those athletes, etc., who conquer adversity and come through when you least expect it. So I think we're in for a good games, whatever the weather.
Keep doing what you're doing. You've got a really good representation for Great Britain at the moment.
Enjoy yourselves, however you perform and whether you win or not, really enjoy it, and because it'll be the one thing you'll probably do in your life you remember for the rest of your life.
Good luck, and do your best. Yeah. But if you fail, it doesn't matter. You tried your best. Yeah.
Cycle, swim, jump. Well, good luck to you all. I'll be watching. I'm going to the 100 metres qualifier, so it should be exciting.
Just do your best, have a fantastic time, enjoy it, and hopefully you bring home loads of medals.
Go for gold and enjoy yourself.
Just give it all you got, we'll back you no matter what, and just enjoy it,